So Brian, in the trades, you have an apprentice, a journeyman, and a master. In the sysadmin world, how would you characterize expertise?
We have, similar to three different tiers. I look at it as a intro, a intermediate, and then an advanced system administrator. And there's certain job functions or job descriptions that we kind of align with each of those.
What can you give me a quick overview difference between the three levels?
Sure. Well, the intro level, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you, Rick, I don't see very many of the intro levels coming in any longer. And there's really no reason for anyone to hang around at that particular layer given the virtualization products that are available to kind of self-teach. Basically, we do teach a intro course to both Unix and Linux. I'm lucky if I teach it once a year. Most of our clientele coming in, we would categorize in the intermediate or the advanced realm. But in the beginning realm, our candidate, when they're coming in, fresh out of college or out of some sort of a trade school, they know the very, very basics. We're going to have them do simple tasks, things like adding users, deleting users, modifying the users' accounts, modifying or monitoring, if you will, the system log message files, and then obviously notifying somebody if a event were to occur, to check to ensure that the backups were run successfully. And then I usually like to use those in a Tier 1 support role. So when the first calls were to come in the event of an outage, that we would reach out to the intro person first to at least harvest the information necessary for the mid-tier and the advanced tier to interact and effect a repair. Like I said, I don't see a lot of them anymore, and the reason why I think is because a lot of young kids now are being introduced to the technologies at such an early age that by the time they are looking at starting a career in this, they've pretty much got those basics down. We then look at the intermediate admin, and in my expectations of an intermediate administrator, I'm going to expect you to be able to install the operating environment, to patch the operating environment, to perform advanced troubleshooting, to install software applications, to properly configure those applications once they're installed. They're the guys out in the trenches pretty much that are out there doing the heavy lifting. And then when I quote unquote an advanced administrator, well, now you're getting into some of those subspecialties, right? I'm going to expect you to be able to write some dtrace scripts for me, to look at performance metrics and understand what adjustables that we can make on the system to better adapt the operating environment to the application that's running on it. I'm going to expect you to be able to crank up ZFS and build whatever is needed for that particular application. You're going to have a deep knowledge of the various virtualizations, logical domains, Solaris zones, things of that nature, Oracle Virtual Machine for x86. And then I'm also going to expect you to be able to communicate with technologies that perhaps at one point in time you were not. I mean, now we're all about the entire stack, right? So the system admin, he or she, they just can't focus on, editing files and adding software. They need to become a productive part of their business community. Talk to your middleware tier, talk to your database administrators, have a basic idea of how those technologies work. So when you're creating, repairing, patching, or modifying those servers to support those other tiers, that they can speak intelligently towards that. So the idea or the realm of advanced system administrator, in my eye, has grown significantly with all the various tiers of technology that they're responsible for now.
And so, Brian, the most important question is, what kind of a motorcycle does the expert sysadmin ride? What brand?
Oh, that'd be a Harley Davidson.
Good, good.